So now let's have a look at what is the level of expertise that we basically expect from an advanced level uh, data scientist, right? So the advanced level data scientist should have an experience of not only machine learning domain but also the deep learning domain, right? Because deep learning is basically a subdomain of machine learning, and it contains more advanced and complex algorithms that can lead to very good results for more complex problems. So an advanced data scientist should have a good grip and understanding of deep learning algorithms, including convolutional neural networks, recurrent neural networks, and LSTM algorithms and other learning domains. Along with deep learning knowledge, the advanced level data scientist should also have experience with unstructured data, right? Because we normally don't have only structured data in real life scenarios. Most of the real life problems and real life scenarios are basically dealing with unstructured data. And you know that unstructured data is basically consists of textual data. It can be in the form of videos, images, or maybe some numerical data. So he should have knowledge of not only the structured data but also the unstructured data. And on the other hand, the very important thing is that he should have a very good understanding of the Hadoop based ecosystems, or the underlying frameworks which basically helps us to execute algorithms on distributed environment, right? So Hadoop and Spark are basically two most commonly used distributed computing frameworks. And if somebody doesn't have a good knowledge of these distributed computing frameworks, then he will not be able to execute complex algorithms on large data sets. And the data scientist should be able to execute complex algorithms on big data. And big data, in order to execute complex algorithms on big data, he should have good understanding of cloud-based infrastructures including Hadoop and Spark, and he should have a very good understanding of that. And similarly, along with SQL, he should also be familiar with NoSQL, and also with some other tools such as Spark SQL, Pig, Hive, and also he should have good domain knowledge, as well as he should also have good communication skills. So we require all these things in order to execute a data science project successfully. Now let's have a look on some real life applications which are basically using data science in order to solve many real. So data science is using in diverse fields. It has its application in so many areas, and some of these are shown in this slide. So you can see that data science is being applied in automotive, it is being applied in electronics, in defense, in logistics, even in banking sector, or in retail or e-commerce. You will see a lot of applications where data science is being executed to solve many real-time problems. Even in healthcare, data science has a large number of applications. In healthcare, data science is being used to not only to detect or diagnose different diseases, but also to monitor patients and to monitor different states of the patient. And it is also helping in remote healthcare monitoring. So if we divide the use cases of data science in retail, then they are very good depiction in this figure, right? So in retail analytics, we can use data science in order to market the model for price predicting or price analytics, and also for some recommendation engine, because we can use some collaborative filtering algorithms in order to provide some recommendations. Also, we have another number of applications in the retail sector only, where we can use data science to manage the balance between demand and forecasting, also to analyze customer behavior and customer analytics. So data science in retail has numerous applications. Also, if we talk about the manufacturing industry, we will see that we have large number of applications of data science in manufacturing. For example, it is helping in the reduction of supply chain risk. It is helping for the optimization of operations to a higher degree than ever, and it is also helping in perfecting quality, right, as a quantitative advantage, and it is also helping in predictive maintenance to reduce cost, because if we don't have predictive maintenance, then we can be in great loss. So in order to reduce that loss, data science can help in predictive maintenance. Also, to improve the after sales, we can use data science, and also to the mass and individual customization, and if some new data is arriving in business and we need to develop new business models, then data science can help us to do that. And nevertheless, the analytics is basically the core of data science. So in any domain, whether it is manufacturing or it is retail, data science can help in order to generate analytics from different source of data. So data science has also its applications in insurance industry. For example, it is helping in risk assessment, for fraud detection, for customer insights, and also for marketing, customer experience, and some automation. So all these things could be achieved through data science in insurance industry, and some banking industry as well. So these are some of the applications or areas for the data science which I have mentioned in previous slides, but there are also a number of other data science applications. For example, transaction databases, in recommendation engines such as Netflix or Google, they are using this, and for fraud detection or some different source of security and privacy purposes, we can use data science. On the other hand, if we talk about IoT or Internet of Things, where we have a large amount of sensors data, wireless sensors, video cameras, then we can use data science to perform real-time monitoring in that, and it is helping in smart homes, smart cities, in many different applications. On the other hand, if we talk about social media, then we can have data in different formats from social media. From social media, data could be in the form of text, videos, images, and we can apply different data science techniques to review products, or to recommend something to different users, or maybe for e-commerce purposes, right? So also, one very important thing is in the field of medicines. For example, in order to understand the underlying structure of genotypes and phenotypes, people and specialists are using data science in order to have a clear understanding or a bit better understanding of different genotypes and phenotypes. And from this introductory session, we can say that some basic knowledge of mathematics and statistics could lead to some more complex algorithms, for example, machine learning and deep learning. And these things basically help us to solve some complex and real time challenges. And all these things can help us in order to evolve a business, or to integrate some intelligence in the business, and by having some structured and unstructured data, and by executing some good processes on them with some good cutting edge technologies, we can generate good insights from the data.